Hello friends, welcome back to this poem of class 10th, The Trees. It's written by Edwin Rich. So in this very poem we are going to see a lot of symbolization and different things as well. So it's a symbolical poem in which the poet she talks about trees, but ultimately she wants to talk about woman folk. So they refer to women who have been healed and ready to move out of their houses to fulfill their primary purpose to renew the forest of mankind. So the poet in the very first stanza says this very things that women are now ready to go out and just to work with hand in hand to men, and this patriarchal thinking should just get to an end, that women are not part of the society, they have to remain confined to the four walls. So now this introduction is given that they are healed. Here healing word is being used into the very first stanza. They are healed and they are now ready to come out of their houses. So women remained indoors and forest became empty. As women are indoor and the whole world is empty without women, same is the case. This he presents forests without trees. As trees are empty, this forest is empty without trees. Same is the case with the world. If there are no women, if they are confined to the houses, then this world will be seen. So birds and insects render rest this shelterless. That means each and every other individual, whether it is for the sake of the society or any, we can say it affects each and everything. It affects the functioning of this very world, because God has bestowed men and women with the same qualities of having brain, everything. So now only the difference is gender. If we talk about other things as well, like third gender, they have same rights and regulations. Why do we keep on thinking them as different? God has given you, there is nothing that you did to be a man or a woman, to be born as a man or a woman or a transgender. So it is not you who your father and mother had any role in it. It is bestowed by God. So why should we just be rather biased towards these genders? So he says that the sun rays, they reach to the ground because there are no trunks, there are no leaves, and they fall onto the ground. That means the things which are beneficial, they don't have any effect. Because why? They are not able to get any effect onto the society. So now a hope of blooming trees. Now he says that there is a hope. There is a hope that women will come out of their houses. Trees working hard to flourish and break down the shackles, as the society, in the society people are moving toward this. He says that these trees, they are trying to break down these shackles and move towards the glass windows, and they want to break it down. And the poet sitting in the house writing a letter, she's writing a letter and she is describing this very thing, that outside these trees want to go outside and just flourish this whole forest with greenery. They smell leaves and luncheon, and she is able to smell this very thing. She says that it will be soon that when these trees will come out, and there seem to be a calling inside her, that she hears that glass is breaking down, that shackles, they are breaking down, and they are giving vent to the ideas, and we can say they are giving vent to these trees to come out. So trees are moving out, and the fast blowing wind embraces them. That means the circumstances are also blowing embracing these things, these trees, when they come out of their house. Trees reach the forest, strong and tall oak trees overshadows the moon, and it seems as if the moon has broken into several pieces. That means when these things come out, when these women come out of their houses, there will be some big women. You will see right now there are strongest women in the, we can say powerful women in the world, who are like CEOs of very very influential companies. So you'll see that they are now overshadowing this moon. That means the memories can be here taken as a moon, and it seems to be broken into pieces. That means that patriarchal thinking, it has broken into pieces, it has just broken apart. Now the poetic device personification is there because sun is bury its feet. It is written, so it's personification of sun. Anaphora is there, no word is used twice. Simile is there because trees are compared to patients, and imagery is there because different scenes are being created, trees walking, going out. Rhyming scheme is not there because it's a free verse. So now coming to the analysis part, we will see that trees is a short symbolical poem focusing on the movement of trees. They are initially indoors but seeking to escape to freedom of the in the forest. The trees represent nature, but also the nature of being womanhood in particular. So here trees symbolize usually woman. Trees symbolize usually woman and the problems they are going through. And the moment they have started to go out and face this world and face the problems into the world and just flourish this world with a very happy environment. So forest here symbolize outside world. So there is symbolization of forest as outside world. Trees symbolize humans, especially women, who have to go out, who have to be part of the society. The poet creates an image of the world without woman, like a forest without trees. And he creates an image over here as if there is forest without trees. Same is the case with this world. If woman will be confined to the four walls of her house, definitely this world will prove to be a barren land without trees. So the roots which are bound symbolize voice of a woman, and they are struggling to speak up for their rights. And as these roots they are firm and they are not getting any way to just bloom and go into the forest. The roots of the trees. Same is the case with women. As women, and earlier we can say 18th century or 14th, 15th, 16th, 17th century, 18th century, the 19th century, women were usually kept inside the four walls of their room. They were not coming out. But right now it has changed a lot. But still there is this practice is going on into the far-flung areas, or we can say into the cities as well, where patriarchal thinking prevails. So this it seems to be as if this woman, they are struggling to speak up. They are struggling to just make the movement of their roots. So veranda floor symbolizes confinement and cracks patriarchal notions. These you will see that the veranda is being seen. It symbolizes a kind of a barrier for the trees to go out, for the women to go out with these four walls. They are kind of this veranda is kind of a barrier, a shackle in between their path for freedom. And it is these cracks, this symbolizes the patriarchal notion which is being cracked now, which has got a lot of cracks, and this thinking is changed. This patriarchal thinking has changed. This notion, these opinions, this notion, this thinking has now changed as these cracks symbolize it. The glass symbolizes patriarchy, not visible, hard enough to confine women. As there is still some kind of patriarchy in the form of glass, as we are not able to see glass in a proper way if it is clean glass. So it's not visible. That is the patriarchal thinking which still prevails in our society. So the glass symbolizes that, but there is it's very hard to confine this woman in modern world, when we have this patriarchal, if anyone of us have such patriarchal thinking, to confine these women to the four walls. Now they have their own thinking. They have got the idea that they can do better than men. So leaves and twigs, they symbolize softness and weakness among women. As women are soft, weak, and less mighty, they want to keep this moment alive. And this poet at that very time, she said in this poem that we have to keep this moment alive, as we are being taught to be soft, weak, and less mighty, but we need to be to become hard and strong, so that we will fight this manhood. At last, the poet calls women as forest, as they are not individuals but moment. Earlier, this poet called woman as a tree, but right now he is calling them as a forest, because it's not the movement of one woman; it's movement of the whole woman race. So that's why it has become a matter of group now. It's not a matter of individuals. So it has changed from a tree to a forest. Home here actually at first symbolizes prison. Because of patriarchal thinking, woman was believed to remain indoors. So it was patriarchal thinking where it's oxymoron kind of a thing over here, where this home is presented to remain confined. So here it's not like a home; it's like a prison. So you'll see that this home is changed. At last, the glass seems to be breaking. That means this glass is breaking now, as he says that the trees are moving towards and this glass is breaking. Man, that means this patriarchal thinking is changed, and day by day it is changed, and day by day women are proving to be more effective, or more, we can say they are proving to be more worthy. So it's not that we have to think about one this part of the society. We have to think only one. We have to take each and every individual, whether men, women, or from transgender. We have to take them equally, give them equal opportunity. We need not to be biased about all these things. That's the main motive of this very chapter. So I have got all this video. Hope you liked it. Thank you very much.